Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are joining me from this morning. My name remains Oyenwa Madukainedi, and Oyenwa Madukainedi is from Akumazu Mocha. There are a few things I want us to look at this morning. You know, it's quite unfortunate that most of our family members, most especially those that are from Abo, has made themselves an agent of destruction of truth. Like the likes of George Onyibe, who happened to be member of IPOB then. It is only him that knows the reason why he was expelled from that IPOB that turned him to be constituting users as it stands today. I still want to use this opportunity to address some of our brothers who are from Kwale, Ndokwa, and so on and so forth, or few which you find within the Ika and that of Neocha, who has already made themselves a tool of destruction of the rightful information or truthful information as it well before now. Now, I don't actually understand the reason why they have taken it upon themselves to fight anything that had to do with Igbo. And when we use the word Igbo, they began to feel insecure. They began to feel insecure. If you are not feeling insecure, you should understand that there is no difference between Ika, Igbo, Ukwa, and Ndokwa, and Aneocha and Aneoma. This word has the same motive of coming into play. I'm going to be explaining it to you this morning. Give me your attention. Now, the word that I just mentioned now, they came into play as a factor to unify a certain people who find themselves within a certain geographical location. Now, number one, I begin by telling you that if you are among those who deny being an Igbo person, yet you take proud telling people, or you take this stand telling people that you are from an Ika person, I want to tell you that you are nothing but an embodiment of hypocrisy. I will tell you why. If you are among those who always want to hit his or her hand on his chest, telling people, no, I'm from Undo Shimiri, I'm from Undokwa, I want to tell you that you are nothing but a hypocrisy. Denying the word Igbo and accepting Ndokwa or Ndo Shimiri simply means that you are still living in denial. Let me begin with myself as an example. Now, I am from Akumazi Umocha. If you ask me, but when you get to that Akumazi Umocha, I am from Isube. And even when you get to that Isube, I am from Philippo Secuta's family. Now, when you come to Akumazi Umocha, we have different communities that sum themselves together to be called Akumazi Umocha. Now, the word Akumazi Umocha is a unifying factor that bring Isube, where I'm from, Idumigwe, Obi, Idumobi, Idumogwade, Oduguzubo, Oduga, and so on and so forth. All the communities put together. You know, the name that unify us as a clan is the word Akumazi Umocha. Mind you, before I become Akuma as a person, I'm already an Isube person. Are you getting me? Because if you meet me right in Akumazi, you won't ask me if I'm from Akumazi. You ask me, then, hello, Akumazi. You know, this is identity that goes by categories. Now, when you come to Ikalan, maybe you meet me at Benin or you meet me in Anambra, where you say, I told you, ask me where are you from? I say, I'm from Delta. You say, where in Delta? I say, I'm from Ika. Now, Ika is a word as an umbrella word or as a unifying factor that bring every of the community you see in a Kalan together. Number one is Akumazi, Owerri, Ibodo, Ekwoma, Umulede, Mbiri, Emuhu, Otolokpo, Owa, Utoboje, Utokpo, Kukwabo, Abafu, Agbo, Igbake that's supposed to be with us. If they are, all of them will be under Eka. Are you getting me now? Now, this word Eka is not my identity, but the word was actually accepted. Accepted. Look at the word. The word Eka was actually accepted as a unifying factor to hold all this community that found themselves within the same geographical location. So we are now addressed and called as Ndeka. So none of us has an ancestor who is Eka. Somebody will say, where is this man coming from? Now, I leave this for some of you who will want to prove me wrong to come with your question so that we can still do justice to it. Now, leaving that Eka, same thing happened to Ndokwa. Are you not aware, even in Anambra, when somebody died, we always, all of us, there are words we use, but I don't want to go there anyway. Now, people that are from Ndokwa, they have communities and villages that are under that word Ndokwa. So the word Ndokwa is standing as a unifying factor that hold these people that has similarity in language, culture, every tradition and others. Now, this word unify them. This also goes to Aniocha. Aniocha belongs to nobody. But the word Aniocha was actually used as a unifying factor to bring together all the communities who find themselves within that geographical location. We call them Ndi Aniocha. Then when you step into that Aniocha, you begin to see villages. And even in that village, you begin to see communities. But we accepted the word Aniocha as a unifying factor. These also go to Ndi Oshimili, Oshimili North and Oshimili South. You all know that you cannot use the word as Oshimili North and Oshimili South as your identity. But you can use it when you are not in that geographical location to tell some people that this is where I fall into. Are you getting me? This also implies to Anioma. This word Anioma, it is not an ancestral name, but a name that was coined to further unify us as a people. To further unify us as a people. So within that Anioma, you see Ukwane, Ndo Shimili, you see Ndi Aniocha, you see Ndeka. Now, mind you, before coming to that level of Anioma, there is a step we are taking to get to this point. So all these things are unifying factor. That is why we have an immediate family, extended family, and so on and so forth, and larger family, and so on and so forth. Now, this also, when you cross the river Niger, nobody is an Igbo person. Before you become an Igbo person, you already an Ozoboro person. You already an Onye Kusigo. You already an Onye Hiala. You already an Onye Omambala. You already an Onye Oyi. But when you go into that word, this word are also standing as a unifying factor that holds all these communities to be one because of their geographical location, because of their cultural affiliation, because of their traditional values, which they share. Get me? Now, aside this, the word IGBO came in place to further integrate us together as people that share same language structure. Ndị na-asụ bịa Ndị na-asụ nnọọ, ọnụ na-asụ nnọọ, ndị na-asụ bịa, we share same culture, language, family, traditional values, and others. Now, Igbo is now standing as a umbrella to bring this entity together as one. So if you are fighting the word Igbo, I am breaking it down for you to understand, because it is true that your ancestor's name is not an Igbo. But I still want to remind you that your ancestor's name is not an Okwale or Indo Shimele. I still want to put it to you that your ancestor's name is not Nde Anyocha or Nde Anyoma. Your ancestor's name is not Nde Eka. But yet, the name came into existence to actually structure you to have a befitting unifying system. Ibia na ndị na-eme nkuzi a na-asị na a na-enwe self system that break into a certain group before coming to form a larger group. This is what it is. Nobody is coming to take what belongs to you from you. Neither will anybody allow you to come and take what belongs to him, to yourself. So when you begin to fight the unity of Igbo because of hatred, because of what you feel that you need to secure, I want to put it to you this morning, rather this afternoon or evening, depending when you are listening to me, that you are fighting yourself, thinking you are fighting someone else. But if you take a leap out of where you are to the northern part of the country today, my brother, I say to you that I say to you, my brother, that we have more of different ethnic group in the north, yet they see themselves to be one because they understand what it means to be together when it comes to a country like Nigeria. You all know in democracy that we are today, the game we play in democracy is a game of number. The game we play in democracy today is a game of number. And most of you are not understanding why we are calling for the unity of Igbo. Yes, you want to make an assumption that Abo is older than Igbo, the world. Is everybody going to accept the Abo? The word Igbo belongs to nobody, even those who are in Ebonyi, those in Kogi and Benue, both those in Delta. The word, nobody is the owner of the word IGBO, but rather the word belongs to everyone that speaks Bia, no, that has similar value in culture, traditional. But yet, you never allow yourself to see reason why we are clamoring for the unity of Igbo. You see everything we do to be fought. You see everything we do to be error. You see everything we do that we are looking for an expansion. We want to expand. For example, if Anyoma State is created today, are you trying to tell me that somebody will leave Ebonyi State, leave Anambra, Enugu to come and be the governor of Anyoma? No. Anyoma will definitely produce her own governor. Anyoma will definitely produce her own senators. Anyoma will definitely produce her own local government chairman who will take decision on the affairs of Anyoma. So why are you afraid? Who is expanding? The problem I see here is that we have allowed hatred to overcloud our sense of reasoning. We have allowed hatred to overwhelm us to the point that we don't see reason anymore in things that we should give audience to. That we should give audience to. Everything you hear about Igbo irritates you because there is a propaganda which has been passed to you from generation to generation. Over 30 years, 40 years now, you have been hearing negative things about a certain people, not knowing that you are indirectly listening to enemy against yourself. We are one. Nobody is coming to impose anything on you. It is you who is trying to make yourself what you're not. You are the one trying to make yourself what you're not. And this is why I am speaking to you this morning. This is why I am talking to you rather this afternoon or evening, depending time you are listening to me. I want to put it to you that if you are from Kwale, it's time you begin to drop ego and over pride and begin to give reasoning to a positive sense. Allow your common sense to see what we are trying to do. Nobody is trying to take over whatsoever land. Nobody is trying to impose anything against anybody. Rather, what we are doing here, we are calling you to order, to understand that what you are doing is not in any way going to be hurtful for you, for me, for us, for every one of us. We are one. Somebody told you that you are from him, you are from Benin, and you buy the idea. Look at the closeness between you, the boundary between you and them. They don't understand your language, you don't understand their own either. When they speak, you don't hear. When you speak, they don't hear. Now, when we look at some of the traditional structure, we look at some of the deities that were inherited by our fathers, by us from our fathers, we have nothing similar to what they have. These are foundational tools that would open your eye to the facts of what we are saying. Don't allow hatred or envy to kill your sense of reasoning. This is all I want to say to you. Whether you like it or you don't like it, when you keep denying yourself your rights, you keep dropping yourself from a position where you're supposed to be to a position where you ought not to be. You keep reducing yourself. Each day, you deny yourself of that your right as a person. That is just the truth. Leaving you with this statement, if you are from Anioma, comprises of Okwan, Indo Shimili, Aniocha, Ika, and so on and so forth in Baki, I want to give you an assignment. Ask yourself this question, or you can make research on your own. Why is it that every community that we find within the Anioma geographical location, the names, has reputation once you cross the bridge, southeast, to the end part of the southeast? Why is it that the so-called Edo states that claim that we are from them, none of the community in there, none of the name you see within Anioma that you see replicate in Edo State? Every community name you found within Anioma, the names you can't find it in Edo State, but rather you see those names across the Niger. What is it? What actually happened? A brother said that it is as a result of missionary who came with an interpreter, that it was the interpreter who changed their language, and it became funny. And I have this knowledge that I can only interpret to those whom I understand their language. So this is what I want to say to you this morning. Ask questions, make research, go around to see, so that you will understand that we that are calling for the unity of Undibo, that we are not making a mistake. Until I come your way again, my humble name remain Oyemama Dukainedi. Stay tuned,